Hi and welcome to CBN4's Primetime News Package for today. I am your presenter, Alian Christopher. Let's take a look at today's headlines. A Salisbury man charged with the murder of Cheyenne John, also known as Lloyd Casimir. Harry Spain's contribution will make a huge difference in Dominica, says the Prime Minister. And corruption on the rise in the Caribbean. Stay tuned for these and other stories right here on CBN4. We'll be right back.
Persons with TB sneeze or cough, healthy persons nearby breathe in the droplets and the bacteria can lodge in their lungs. People with weakened immune systems such as HIV/AIDS, alcohol and drug users, smokers, children, and the elderly are most susceptible. Persons with a cough should take precautions when in contact with persons in public places. Cover your mouth when sneezing and coughing. Visit your doctor or health center. You must complete your treatment. TB can be cured even with HIV. Be responsible. Help stop the spread of TB and HIV. Protect yourself and others.
There are signs everywhere. Pay attention whether you're male or female. Visit your health center to get screened. It's a preliminary test to determine if you are exposed to the HIV virus, an STI, or tuberculosis. Some people who are HIV positive also have tuberculosis. But there's hope. Tuberculosis can be cured. And yes, you can live a full life with HIV. Talk to your doctor. Be responsible. Help stop the spread of TB, HIV. Encourage everyone to get tested.
And welcome back. High-level representatives from the government of the Commonwealth of Dominica, the government of the People's Republic of China, and the UN Development Program (UNDP) conducted recent site visits to the Princess Margaret Hospital, the Woodbridge Bay Port, the Dublin Health Centre, and the home in Collyho to examine the progress of roofing repairs. The visit takes place as the Dominicans are starting to reap benefits in sturdier roofing from a US $3 million worth of roofing materials through the China Fund project implemented by UNDP with national counterparts. Since the beginning of the year, approximately 840 cubic meters of roofing materials has arrived here in Dominica. In the immediate hurricane aftermath, the government of China also offered US $800,000 to support efforts to build back better. At the Princess Margaret Hospital, where work is being supervised by the Ministry of Health and Environment, the buildings being repaired are the Nursing Hostel, Project Management Unit, the Acute Psychiatric Unit, and the Dialysis Unit. The works are currently at 60% completion. The repairs to the Dublin Health Centre are being managed by the Ministry of Health in partnership with the Americares Foundation. The Health Centre in Woodfordale, Calibishi, Dodan, and Warner are also benefiting from this partnership. The roofing repairs are scheduled for completion by the end of June 2018. President of the Dominica Media and Communications Association, Gavin Richards, revealed that his trip to Barbados, where he met with members of the Caribbean Media Workers Association, is an indication that the Media Association in Dominica is seeking to solidify the organization. According to him, it was necessary for the media workers in Dominica to establish contact with our regional colleagues.
We did so. We met with a number of our regional counterparts. We also wanted to establish ourselves with the ACM. I mean, we've been always talking to them via email, via telephone, but face-to-face meetings, that's something we wanted to do. So that was part of the objectives. Also, we wanted to create new opportunities for the media workers here in Dominica, be it through training, because some of our regional counterparts are well-versed, well-experienced in their fields. So we wanted to try to establish links where we could contact them and organize little seminars here in Dominica, which will be, you know, of little cost compared to having to send out people overseas.
Richards also stressed the importance of training. According to him, that is a critical area that must be addressed to ensure that our media workers can excel in their field.
There's a lot of work to be done. There's really a lot of work to be done. And at the annual general meeting of the Dominica Media and Communications Association, I highlighted that in my speech, where media workers come straight out of college, straight out of high school, and they're just thrown into the deep end of the pool and has to swim. And as a result, we've lost a number of potential young journalists who've had they're enthusiastic about it, but they don't have the training and they fall by the wayside. And then there's a lot of demand on the media workers where we're being asked to, do the investigative stories, do more than just report on he say, she say, but then there's no training for that aspect of the work. And that's something that the new association wants to address very seriously, the issue of training.
Both Gavin Richards and Carlisle John Baptist of Dominica attended the ACM meeting in Barbados. According to Richards, they were informed that the Caribbean media workers would only recognize one association. Therefore, they are advised to work together.
Quite clear that they're only going to recognize one association. And they gave both of us a mandate to work together and to try to arrive on common ground. I can report that the ACM, the Dominica Media and Communications Association will be meeting with Carlisle John Baptist this week. Actually, that meeting is set for Friday, where we will meet to see how we can arrive on common ground to move forward for media workers in Dominica.
The president of the Dominica Media and Communications Association declared that his passion is ensuring that there is a body in place that looks after the affairs of media workers and addresses the shortfalls. And sad reports reaching CBN4 News earlier today is that the acting general manager of Public Works and Ports, Edward Lavoisier, has died. It was reported that Lavoisier had a long battle with an illness. Lavoisier assumed the acting role of general manager of Public Works Corporation after McDowell Paul stepped down in 2017. CBN4 went to the Public Works to find out more on the passing of the acting general manager, Edward Lavoisier.
I feeling bad. I just hearing that though. To be honest, I cannot say that he did because I just hearing that in the area and say Mr. Lavoisier did. But you see, Mr. Lavoisier, we worked together as and he was a very, very good man. So it really shocked me to hear Mr. Lavoisier that. Imagine today I say I'd gone see him. I gone saw him 3 times back. I saw him only once. And the 2 other times they tell me now he taking serious rest. So it very, very shocked me to hear Mr. Lavoisier dead.
Well, it's a hard feeling for me. It's not that easy because I only spoke to Mr. Lavoisier on Sunday, and to me he was doing much better. Only to find out on Monday morning they told me that he had to be transferred to the intensive care unit. And to my sadness, when I got to work this morning, just relaxing to start my daily chores, I got the news that he was not feeling that good. So I took the opportunity, I rushed up to the hospital. When I arrived, they told me that he had just passed away.
Condolences goes out to the family of Edward Lavoisier and also to the staff of the Public Works Corporation. Public Relations Officer of the Dominica Police Force, Inspector Pelham John Baptist, has announced that the police have concluded investigations in respect to an incident which occurred at Salisbury on March 3rd. Rotley Common, a male adult of Salisbury, has since been charged with the murder of Cheyenne John, who has been known as Lloyd Casimir for all his life. The lifeless body of Cheyenne John was discovered at Upper Salisbury on March 4th and was officially pronounced dead by a medical doctor. And stay tuned, we'll be back with more news right after this break.
Si ou ni maladie HIV et bien maladie sexuelle, si ou pas protéger corps là ou ka ni sexe avec plusieurs monde, ça kay mette la vie ou en gros danger. Ou ka exposer tout partenaire au poison et que tant ki ka vini avec maladie. Servi yo condom chaque fois ou ka ni sexe. Changer qui est important pour découvrir maladie à bonheur ou ça vivre en bonne santé même si ou ni maladie HIV. Pour responsabilité, protéger corps et puis les autres. Examiner corps. Aider de bout si même maladie HIV et l'autre maladie sexuelle.
L'anisine tout partout. Attention si vous êtes homme et bien femme. Visitez place santé pour examiner corps. Ça c'est un nid pour yo ouais si la ni pièce moun au lion qui ni maladie TB et bien maladie sexuelle. compagnie moun qui di maladie HIV ni TB aussi savent qui la ni guérison pour TB ou ça vivre en bonne santé même si ou ni maladie HIV. Parlez by docteur ou prend responsabilité ou aider du bout de sime maladie TB et HIV ou agir tout le monde pour examiner koyo.
Thank you for staying here with us. The Bureau of Gender Affairs, Ministry of Social Services, Family and Gender Affairs will celebrate International Women's Day on March 8, 2018 under the theme Time is Now, Rural and Urban Activists Transforming Women's Lives. This year's theme is fitting as the ministry seeks to draw attention to the rights and activism of rural and urban women who are critical to the rehabilitation of the country post-Hurricane Maria. On International Women's Day, the Bureau of Gender Affairs will present one outstanding woman with an award, naming her the recipient of the Exceptional Woman Award. The awardee will be honored at a press conference on Thursday, March 8th at the office of the Bureau of Gender Affairs. Over the past 3 years, International Women's Day has been a hallmark activity to recognize outstanding women in their sectors and communities. To date, 6 women have been awarded with the Exceptional Women Award. At the highlight of the carnival season, the Miss Dominica pageant was cancelled entirely as a result of Hurricane Maria. It means, therefore, that Dominica will not participate in any of the regional pageants carried for the year 2018. Former Miss Dominica 2017, Jade Romaine, says that while she feels disappointed that Dominica will not represent this year, she believes that the decision taken not to host the Miss Dominica pageant was in the best interest of the country and the participants. Romaine admitted that Hurricane Maria also interfered with her participation in a third regional pageant in which she should have participated. She advises the young women of Dominica to pursue their desire to participate in the Miss Dominica pageant in the coming year. According to her, Dominican women have proved that they excel in and out of Dominica. She was privileged to partake in 2 regional pageants, one of which she won, the Miss Caribbean Culture. And also in the news, 21-year-old Annelle Lewis and 33-year-old Eardley Pear both expressed joy on their appointment as Dominica's CARICOM Youth Ambassadors. Annelle Lewis and Eardley Pear's appointment and CARICOM Youth Ambassador takes place from August 2017 to July 2018. CARICOM Youth Ambassadors are appointed by the Cabinet of Heads of Government of the respective Caribbean country and mandated to represent to the regional policy and programmatic framework the views and voices of youth in each Caribbean country and translate regional strategies and priorities into national activities which will improve the well-being of the youth.
I feel great, and it's always a humbling moment, especially for us, I would say, as a National Youth Council's family. Being appointed the Male CARICOM Youth Ambassador representative for Dominica for 2017-2018. Some people wonder, why is it so late, 2017-2018? Currently we're in March of 2018 and you're reporting on this. This is still news. But actually it had to go through a process of being appointed by cabinet. So I'm even feeling a little bit more elated and more humbled.
It's exciting. I'm very happy that I was chosen to be the female CARICOM Youth Ambassador for Dominica. I've always worked very hard and tireless into whatever I'm doing for volunteerism, and so I'm very excited and I'm happy that I am the female CARICOM Youth Ambassador.
Louise says she hopes to tap into and help improve the lives of the youth as the female CARICOM Youth Ambassador. She indicated that a lot of the young persons underestimate themselves and tend to hold back on a lot of opportunities.
I'm also on the National Gender Advisory Board as well as the Prison Justices Committee, and so I've realized along the years that young people need that extra encouragement and they need that on the ground field. So I'm looking forward to working with a larger spectrum of young people and to really continue to tap in to their lives and to see how I can help as a female CARICOM Youth Ambassador in improving, be it if they want to be entrepreneurs, seeking employment, doing different skills development with them.
The main aim of the CARICOM Youth Ambassador program is to educate young people and encourage their participation in regional integration and development and advise policymakers on formulating development policies and programs which addresses the youth needs and concerns. The CARICOM Youth Ambassador program was launched in St. Lucia in 1993 by the heads of government to mark the 20th anniversary of CARICOM and was formally instituted in 1994. Since its inception, the Youth Ambassador program has contributed to increased youth knowledge and awareness of CARICOM issues and priorities, has raised the profile of young people at a national and regional level. Since its inception, the Youth Ambassador program has contributed to increased youth knowledge and awareness of CARICOM issues and priorities, has raised the profile of young people at the national and regional level, and has assisted in integrating the views and perspectives of young people from across the region into national, regional, and international policy and programs. And Prime Minister Roosevelt's Carrot says the $600,000 paint contribution by Harris Paints International will make a huge difference in the lives and homes of many citizens in Dominica. Skerritt said this contribution will go towards government buildings, some of the homes which provides care for senior citizens, and to the vulnerable groups in our society and homes where senior citizens and children reside.
I will give to the Ministry of Housing in terms of the distribution of the paints, and to ensure, and we go in some homes, some communities, there are homes that are unpainted, and we should approach these homeowners and reach out to them so that their homes also can be painted. But $600,000 should not be understated. For me personally, I've always said to the citizens of Dominica and the residents that whatever we receive in time of need, we must be grateful for it. So had it been $6,000 or $60,000, we would appreciate it the very same as we are for $600,000 contribution. Because every little helps and every little counts in recognizing the huge task which the country has in rebuilding after this devastating hurricane.
The Prime Minister said the government looks forward to the continued relationship with the Harris Paints International. He further urged the general population to support what is local.
It's important for our citizens to recognize that we must support what is our own. Do not let anybody fool you that Harris Paint is an under-quality paint. Harris Paint is a top-quality paint, and we must use it in our homes. And don't go and buy something else, and when it's messed up, then you come to Harris Paint to save you, as many do, or some do. But let us support what is ours. Harris Paint also engages itself with export, and this helps with our foreign exchange. This helps create jobs in our country and helps keep jobs in Dominica. The more we can sell paint from Dominica, the more jobs can be created at Harris Paints. And it is left to us. People believe that it is the government that must do this and the government must do that. At the end of the day, each of us as consumers have a huge power in how the economy goes and how the economy grows. And sometimes we go for that which is produced and manufactured outside of Dominica, believing that it is a sign of opulence, or it's a sign of having gone to another tier of the society. But really we are shooting ourselves in the feet, in the legs. we have to support what is local, and Harris Paint has demonstrated its commitment to us.
And that was the Prime Minister of Dominica, the Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit. And stay tuned, we'll be back with more news right after this break.